Hey everybody, Randall Cornet here. Hope you guys are having a great day. I wanted to do a quick video and we're going to jump right into the meat of things. There's some findings that have been circulated around that I think are a little bit of a conflict of interest, and I think we should talk about it. And then we'll get into some interesting SEC filings, and then we'll talk about some of the data for today. So with that being said, we will jump right into it. So the DTCC, if you guys don't know what they are basically the clearing and settlement services of all the financial markets. So they're like the all-seeing eye, okay? And so what's interesting about this is if you go to the DTC's website and you navigate to the board of directors, you're going to find that one of the directors, David Ings, he is as he sits on the board of directors, he is also the global head of operations at Citadel Securities and is responsible for all products across asset servicing, billing, cash management, clearing, collateral management, reconciliation, and control and settlements, right? And he's worked with banks like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and some of the roles that he's had is things like, global head of clearing corporations, head of credit default swaps, and head of collateral management. And to me, I think that some light needs to be shedded on this because this has got to be a conflict of interest. When this guy stands to gain from securities that he's, actively engaging with on, the Citadel side of things, that could be scary. I don't know, how that works and really like how his hands are tied into both. It just is not a good look. That's something that I think that we as apes could definitely bring some attention to and let the DTCC know that this is not something that we're really about. It's not a good look. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. And moving forward, this is something where I think is highly interesting. So these are some legal proceedings that were filed on June 4th against Apex. They're acting as a defendant in this case, right? And without reading all of the legal jargon, I'm just going to jump right into the meat of this. So basically, they're acting as the defendants. And so plaintiffs are alleging that Apex, along with over 30 other brokerages, trading firms, and or clearing firms, including Morgan Stanley, E-Trade, Interactive Brokers, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, Barclays, Citadel, and DTCC engaged in coordinated conspiracy in violation of antitrust laws to prevent retail customers from operating and trading freely in a conspiracy to allow certain of the other defendants, primarily hedge funds, to stop losing money on short sell positions in GameStop, AMC, and certain other securities. The matters were brought as class actions alleging violations of federal and state antitrust laws, securities laws, unfair competition, and dissemination of untrue and misleading statements, as well as negligence, breach of fiduciary duty, and constructive fraud, and breach of implied covenants of good faith and fair dealing. These cases are in the preliminary phases, although there can be no assurance as to the ultimate disposition of the antitrust matters. Apex denies liability to the plaintiffs and the putative class members. So they're basically saying our hands are clean from this. But this is interesting. This was filed from an attorney's firm on June 4th. And this could be the start, guys. This could be where we already knew, like we've been talking about this in the previous videos, that we knew that eventually all this was going to come to a head legally for these guys are partaking in all this, illegal manipulation. And I think this could be the beginning of it. This should get you guys really excited. So I'll link this filing. This is directly from the SEC. I'll put that in the comments below. So moving past the filing, one thing I did find highly interesting today, and this is not just for today, this has been happening, but it's been increasing daily. So it is of importance. The average dark pool volume on a day-to-day basis. So today, 62.4% of the volume that was done on AMC was done in the dark pool. And why this is important is because it could be one of the reasons that we see the price kind of getting pinned down, restricted, no positive price movement. So that's a big reason why I think that we're potentially seeing some of that. And not to mention, I do believe that the majority of the shares that are getting traded in the dark pool are synthetic to begin with. So that should interest you guys and give you guys a little bit of clarity on why, we're not seeing some major price action, with a lot of our volume being routed through the dark pool. So what we're looking at here is the AMC option chain. And this is basically the open interest on the upcoming strike dates. If you can see here, AMC for June 20 or 18th is big. There is a ton of open interest here. And then it looks again July 16th. And there's some decent open interest on September 17th and January 21st. But this big one here is going to be on the 18th. And there is some pretty big bets on both sides of the aisle here, which is interesting to see. I do think, though, that there's going to be, this could be potentially, as we get closer to this date, we could see some delta hedging that you guys have heard me talk about. This could lead to some potential gamma squeezes. Moving on, one thing I did want to show you guys, this should give you guys a little bit of just peace of mind of where we're at and where we're going. So this shows the last 25 days of AMC, right? And so if you look back down here to the 4th of May, you could see where we're trading. We're opening at $9.65. We closed that day at $9.39. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a, looking back at history, where our prices were, as short back is, May 11th, we're sitting at under $10. As far back as, let's see here, May 25th, we're sitting under $14. And then you're just looking 20% gains, 19% gains, 35% days, 22% days, 95% days. So when in doubt, zoom out. I just want you guys to see what this is actually looking like in terms of how we are on a steady incline going up. We're in a golden spot. So just look at that and, get some confidence in it, right? And then one last thing I do want to cover is a lot of people were making were worried about insiders trading off. And I want to highlight that, remember guys, before January, these guys didn't know where they were going to end up. If the company goes bankrupt, then, what's it all for, right? So the fact that some of these guys exited their positions as being, owners of the company or management of the company, I can't really hold that against them just because there's livelihoods at stake, right? And the majority of them, and this is what I take solace in, is that if you look after they've sold positions, all of them that have sold, let's say since, we'll go back just to, the recent one, so June 3rd, if you look even down here, all the way down this right side, shares held after the trade, all of them still have a sizable amount of shares even after securing some of their money. So I'm just trying to put myself in the mindset of what somebody who was working for this company, potentially believing that you weren't even going to have a job in the next couple months. So for these people, I kind of congratulate them. And I just want to let you know the amount of shares that they sold is just, it's so small. It should be a non-factor for you guys. So I just want to make sure you guys are not worried about that. And with that being said, guys, I know that there has been a lot of drama and FUD and spreading around. And I just want to let you know I'm making a commitment to make sure I'm trying to spread positive awareness and just giving out a clear message. And I am going to make sure I do my best to do that for you guys. So for all the continued support, for the people that have been riding with me, I love you guys. I really do. It's been a wonderful journey. And with that being said, for the people that are going to hop on and join this journey with me, please come aboard and we will try and do this together. That being said, we'll end the video here, guys. I hope you have a great day. Love you long time. Peace.